what's going on, everybody? Today's video is just going to be a few updates, a few thought processes. Nothing too serious. I like just sitting down and chatting with you guys and just keeping you up to date about my life, and you guys seem to really enjoy these rambles. First off, I'm gonna start with, well, I don't want to reveal too much, but I got a $500 gift card to my local gun shop for my birthday, and I don't know exactly what I want. I'm leaning towards, because I don't have anything in 4570 and I don't have a lever gun, I was leaning towards the Henry 4570. Obviously this will not cover it, but it does, it's about half of the gun. So I was actually going to open it up to you guys, see if there was any ideas. You guys have seen, through a couple videos, you guys have seen my entire collection at this point, so you know what I have. I was just going to kind of open it up to some ideas, some suggestions, and honestly, if somebody comes up with something very cool, I was just going to roll with that. And but that's the best thing I could come up with, was the Henry 4570. It's a whole gun category I don't have, and a caliber I don't have, so I'm just opening that up to people. If you got some great ideas, I'd love to hear them, and if you can come up with something better, then I might honestly just go get it. With that being said, one of the main points, so I made a video, at this point it's been like 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, and my problem currently is I'm horrible at budgeting. So I get paid every 2 weeks, but my problem is in between. So obviously one day every 14 days I get paid, but in those 14 days, I'm constantly coming up with ideas, I'm constantly seeing things, and by the time I get paid, I already know how I want to spend that paycheck. So obviously once my my bills are met, if I say, oh, there's X number of dollars left over, well, I've already spent that paycheck pretty much before I've gotten it. So my original thought process, I hit a deer in my car. As many of you know, I've mentioned it now a few times. And my original thought process was, the only thing that needs to get fixed is the driver's side fender. However, the car is 20 years old at this point, or 19 years old, but the car needs a fresh paint job. So what my thought process was, is I was going to get a fender, I was going to get a different Cobra bumper, and a more aggressive like cow hood. So I was going to do a few different pieces. So my thought process was, I was just going to take the car, take the new pieces to the car, just take it down. I've had a guy that redid my bumper a few years ago. He's great at painting. Just take the whole car down there and have him paint it. And then that way be done. looks good for summertime. You know how it goes. And again, my problem is that requires me to save, and I'm spending a lot on guns right now. And again, theoretically, about majority of my paycheck would go towards, if I did want the Henry, it would go towards that one for the next paycheck. There's literally been like 10 cars in the span of 5 minutes that I've been filming this video. It's a running joke at this point that even when you live in the middle of nowhere, 100 cars will drive by at the same moment I'm filming. Anyway, so that was my thought process. But then when I started crunching the numbers, I'm going to be a full paycheck on a fender, a bumper, and a hood, and then a paint job for the entire car. I mean, on a good day, I'm expecting it to be around $3,000, which would be 3 more paychecks. So I'm 4 more paychecks to get to the point where I want to be at. So my original thought process was I was going to go do that, and then once my car was good, I was going to buy the 3DO microphone. And I'm at this point in time, I don't know, I'm just brainstorming here. The car, I think what I'm going to end up having to do is just setting, a little bit of each paycheck aside to get the car good. And I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of very good constructive comments, and it seems like the majority of people want me to continue using, I have the Blue Yeti. A lot of people seem to want me to keep using that. And don't get me wrong, this is what I feel like I'm good at, and what I like doing is just sitting down here and talking to you guys like I would a friend, an acquaintance, whatever, and just rambling about my life, what's going on, things I like, things I don't like, that sort of thing. That's what I'm good at. But I would like to open myself up to more video ideas and whatnot. I would like to branch into some actual like ASMR things. Like I would like to experiment, try out, like actual ASMR in the sense of like crinkle sounds, brushing sounds, that sort of thing. So my original thought process was car, then microphone, but the microphone would then at that point be sometime in like end of May, beginning of June was my original thought process, but I'm realizing I can't save for the life of me. So the car is not going to happen anytime soon. So I want to still get the 3DO mic, but my current thought process is this. And let me know if you agree with this or not. I want to, like I said, open myself up. So I'm not really limiting myself to just ramblings and role plays. I can open myself up to more ASMR specific videos, and then I can get a nice mix of videos going on. What I'm thinking is, because a lot of people like the Blue Yeti, I want to keep the Blue Yeti for these types of videos where I'm just sitting down talking to you guys, that sort of thing. So just like this, where I'm just sitting down chatting, um, predominantly vocal videos. So like in this case, ramblings, even some role plays where I just sit down in a chair and maybe talk or whatever. I'd keep the Blue Yeti for that. And then I would use the 3DO to do like binaural, like ASMR specific videos. So that's my current thought process. That way it just opens me up to so much more content and so much more that I want to do, but I don't feel like the Blue Yeti's the best at it. So I can, like I said, open myself up with the 3DO. But then for those of you that like this current style that I'm doing, I can keep you guys happy as well. So I think that's sort of where I'm at. Like I said, I know I originally told you guys like May, June, I'd get the 3DO, but I'm at the point now where I think I'm just gonna get it with like probably the next paycheck or so. And just kind of go from there at this point. Like I said, because I feel like, again, I love doing this, and you guys seem to like it. My ramblings, at least that's what I'm calling them. But I feel like that's been a lot of videos recently, and I don't know. I don't want you guys to get bored of this. I want to mix it up. I want to keep things fresh, so that's where I'm at. I will use both microphones, but for two very different reasons and different purposes. I think that's just my thought process. That's, I think, where I'm at. I mean, unless you guys have a better idea, I feel like for the price, I think it was $400 for the 3DO. I feel like that's a good ASMR microphone for the price. Unless you have a different idea for one, that's just the one I think I was just gonna go with. I want to do no talking videos, but honestly, I feel like that's gonna be pretty hard for me because I like talking a lot. It's funny, if you guys ever met me in person, I'm what you call a slow to warm up personality type. If I know you, I can talk just like this. I think I've mentioned it before, but me and my friend would, a lot of the times, it'd be like 10 o'clock. He's like, I'm getting tired. I better go home. We'd walk out to the car, and then we'd proceed to talk for another 5 hours outside. And then it would be like 3 in the morning, and he'd be like, oh man, like time just goes by when we're just chatting. But like, if I know you, I can talk up a storm. If not, I'm very antisocial. Like, if I don't know you, I mean, some subjects I feel like I could just ramble on for a full hour. But anyway, so the microphone situation, I could use some feedback on what you guys, if you guys like my idea, if you don't like my idea for the 2 mics. But I guess I will leave the video there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, and peace out.